Just looking at the boxes, I would assume the first ones were the Bose?
First ones were Sony's.
Sony.
Wow.
I actually needed some new over-the-ear headphones, so I went to Apple and I picked these up. Upon listening to them, I was just not that impressed with it. So I had to figure out who its competition was, and well, it's the 700 and the WH-1000 MX4. And so, now here all three are, and we're gonna find out exactly which one is the best
Can I try the first ones again?
Sure. Go ahead and put this blindfold on, sir. And the mix that I made, it's 2 minutes long and it plays 5 different songs. Rock, pop, hip hop, your beats, all of it. But I'm gonna give you each pair, you're gonna listen to them. At the end, I want you to rank them. 1, 2, and 3. All right, first pair onto here. All of them are set to the exact same volume.
Can you turn it up?
Okay, all right. So talk to me, man. What do you think?
That was definitely a big difference. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but it got progressively worse.
Really?
Oh.
Yes. First one was the best.
Okay.
They were the most comfortable. The first ones had hella bass, but then I listened to the second ones and there was like no bass. I was like, oh, this is underwhelming bass. And then I went to the third ones, and then the third ones didn't have bass and didn't have high end either. It sounded almost flat. So for sure, I would spend my money on the first ones.
Couple quick details. They are all in the same volume, like you asked. What I did on all of them, I put them all to max, all the way up, and I just did 1, 2, 3 down. Do you know which one you heard first?
Just looking at the boxes, I would assume the first ones were the Bose.
First ones were Sony's.
Sony.
Wow. Wow.
I knew it too.
So his particular number 1 was Sony. Your number 2 was the Airpod Max, and your number 3 was the Bose.
The Bose was the third one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bose.
What?
I'm switching them up. That's why you're not gonna be the same order at all.
Okay.
You're gonna hear. Who knows what you're
Also,
doing?
you shouldn't let him touch it.
Maybe I'll have to give you gloves on your hands so he can't feel it.
Yeah, give him gloves.
I'm disappointed in Bose actually, because the Bose ones sounded. Are the Bose the cheapest ones out of here?
No, so actually it's $550 for the AirPod Maxes, and then both of these are $350. Technically, the Sony is the cheapest one. You can get it for a little less. Here you go. You want one glove in case you want to adjust? Here you go, Michael. What is this? Okay. We're gonna randomize all of them. They might be the same order. They might be different. Oh! I gotta figure that part out too, of how well they stay connected, how they feel in the head. See, good thing you have that glove.
How long they last.
That's matters too. So actually, the Sony has the longest battery life of 30 hours.
Really?
And then the Apple and the other one are 20. All right, can you hear? That's really good. We did that to you every time. You never responded
The
once.
first one I heard.
Oh, fine, fucker. It's all like a replicate next one. So one interesting feature on this one is as soon as you put it on, it starts playing it. It's the only one that does that.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
This one hurts.
Welcome back.
I feel like the first one was very like distorted in the bass. Didn't really sound that good. The second one, that one is like perfect. And like the third one, the headphone itself is very uncomfortable. Like the other two were fine. Like I could like wear those all day. But like the third one, it compressed my head. By the end of it, like my head hurts right now. The quality of the sound though, like you could hear every individual like layer. Overall, everything being comfortable, good sound. The second one.
The second one?
Yeah. Why is it so good?
Sony's been in the game a long time. You can't sleep on Sony when it comes to over-the-ear headphones.
For
They've always
every
been
day,
there.
these for sure, Sony.
Wow. That's just weird. You would think that a company like Bose would not get that kind of response from both of you, where you're like, it's just sounding muddy and nasty. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's Bose! What do you mean? Okay. Every time we're around, people are like, is that parakeets in the background? What am I hearing?
Parakeet.
Luna,
The first ones that you gave me were not great. Say that the Sonys were the last ones, and I would go with those ones.
What about comfort? Any difference on comfort between?
I would have to say these two were almost the same.
Why you point? How do you know what one was one?
Am I wrong though?
One was Apple.
Okay, see? I told you. Like, why are you gonna play me like that?
So you can tell that this is the Bose, and yep, your winning pair is the Sonys. Wow, that's straight up across the board. No doubt, it was Sony number 1, Apple AirPod 2 because it's good, and then Bose just got left behind. Ooh, these are comfier than all. This is the most comfy pair for sure. Yep, period. I'm done. You can take them off. These are the best. Without a doubt, I can already tell you that the first one was the Airpod Maxes. I don't know what the next two were. The simple answer was the last one I heard was the best. The last one was the comfiest. The Airpod Max, when it comes to sound, is like a 9 out of 10. And then whatever that third one I heard was like a 9 out of 10. And then whatever the second one was, that one's like a 7.5.
Okay, so I got a few questions for you. Studio.
I wouldn't use any of these for studio.
For fun.
Third one.
What do you think was the third one?
My Sony's. I knew it. It had to be. Because it sounded... I really hoped. Because I was like, there's no way I can't be that... Like, the last three people that all sat here, all unanimously were like, the Sony's. And they sounded better to them. And I can hear it. Like, it sounds so much better. This, compared to this... These are comfier, these sound better, period. Ready?
Oh, yes.
I'm tricking her because I'm giving her the best one first.
All right, that's it. We're good. Okay. The second one was definitely Airpod Max. I like the quality of it. Don't like the comfortability of it. So I don't like the last one I had, the one that I quickly took off. Clearness,
Yeah.
and the crispiness of it. It's clear. But AirPod Max, pretty good too. I just don't like the fact of the comfortability of it.
So coming in number one is definitely the Sony WH-1000XM4. The runner-up is the AirPod Max. And that is only for sound quality, not for comfort. Feature-wise, also the Sony is our winner, and this is why. The AirPod Max connects with a lightning connector, which means that if you wanted to connect it to your phone, it's the same connector as your phone. So you would have to get a lightning connector on this end and a lightning connector on that end to be able to listen to it. It's heavy.
Also, the fact that when you have to move, like guys, I have to pull this and push it. Like, it's hard.
Sony has the ability to connect with USB-C and also has a standard headphone jack out. The battery lasts 10 hours longer on the Sony, 30 hours, 20 hours on the AirPod Max. Sony has the ability where if you swipe a certain direction, it'll actually increase the volume and it will change the song, and you can even go into the mode where you can hear yourself talking outside. The only area where the Apple AirPod Max is better is in the voice talkover, when you want to hear things around you and you don't want to be in noise canceling mode. It sounds better on here so far.
Hey babe.
And so one of my favorite features that I did not know is that I can just start talking and it automatically pauses the music and makes it so I can hear the atmosphere around me. And as soon as I stop talking, it'll automatically, after about 10 seconds, resume playing audio. But that is awesome. I can't tell you how many times Bianca says, hey babe, and then I go, hold on, let me pause, let me get the headphones off. To be able to literally see her talking and just look over and start talking, amazing.